redpillliving.com/snarky is here to help you deep clean the deep state. They have the finest Carbon Shield 60 products on the market, developed by Patriot vendors. Research shows it's 100 times more effective in removing free radicals than vitamin E and 172 times more effective than vitamin C. So get yourself the many life-enhancing benefits of Red Pill C60 at redpillliving.com/snarky.
Everyone, who loves menopause? Anyone? Not me. Menopause can be one of the most difficult and complicated seasons of life. Our product called For Her helps eliminate all menopause symptoms like night sweats, hot flashes, mood disturbances, sleep disturbances, all those fun things. It works for perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, and it's a blend of plants that are 400 years old that show no side effects like weight gain. So if you would like relief from menopausal symptoms, go to Linda's link. It's an amazing help. See you later.
Yeah, I think this about explains everything. But, check it out and let me know what you think.
We're out here at the No Kings protest and we're asking all the important questions.
Such as, if Trump was elected, how exactly is he a king?
Because he is trying to take control of everything, like his checks and balances are not working, so he is just trying to completely disregard the Constitution.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of amendments have been kind of overcome, like in a way that they're not supposed to be.
Wait, which amendments specifically?
The first one.
Trying to take away our
Freedom of protesting.
I would say that it's because even though he was elected, I agree, due process, he got what he got elected fairly, sure, but he's doing things that make him a king, like he's taking away, civil rights.
That's a great question. I don't particularly think he's a king, it's how people are viewing him as.
Actively switching the levers of power in order to support elections.
And what does that mean?
Things such as, just trouble coming up with words.
Well, hello everyone, it's me, Deplorable McAllister, aka Linda Paris. And if you go here to McAllisterTVonline.com, you're going to see this. And it won't be changing until I get a chance. When I do get it changed, I will make a big announcement and show it. But right now I got bigger fish to fry because no kings. People, you didn't think I wasn't going to make a video about this. Now I really want to try to I'm practicing the art of the short video. We'll see how well I do on this. So, and I can't start anything before I thank everybody who supports me. Yeah, the No Kings thing. How am I going to not do a video about this? So, but before that, I want to give you an update on Max. We were neutered. I should have a cute picture of him up here. We were neutered because I feel like I went through it with him. No, we have a great vet. And of course, Max had to have some teeth removed. He had too many teeth in the wrong places, and it was causing him to want to bite everything. So he had his teeth fixed. And then, of course, he had the, neutering done. So that was Thursday. He came home in the afternoon. And then Friday, I spent all my time nursing him, making sure, because he had stitches and stuff. And, of course, I was used to them being there when I looked, Of course, I have to give him a bath and stuff. And so I'm like, oh dear. Oh dear. So, but one can only hope that this calms him down, because he's back in the action. He's back in the saddle again, okay? I'll do video updates on Max on my Happy Human videos. But right now, this is the No Kings Day. I also want to let you know the next is going to be a viewer's mail video, but I have to go to the post office probably tomorrow. So I may get more mail. So I'm going to do this No Kings thing first, and then I'll do the viewer mail, because I like doing the viewer mail. And I guess that's it. So, yeah, the first thing I want to cover in this No Kings thing, they've come up with another song. Can you believe these poor, pathetic, they're like leftover. It was like after Woodstock, they flew over the farmyards and these people were still camped out. And they had to, like, you know, like on body cams, they had to go down there and force them off the property. And look, they never learned their lesson. They've had a life of body cam documentation. That's why these people don't seem to care that there are millions of people are seeing the arrest videos and everything of them acting like fools just in regular everyday life, like on airlines and stuff. Also, I think there is a VAX problem with a lot of these people that are acting out like this. I think that something's inhibiting their and exacerbating. Something about the VAX is in action here. Because this is just like people, you know, this is a recipe for horror, these people. So anyway, it was like old folks' home, you know, like they shot them up with some kind of methamphetamine and then let them out on the streets and they still didn't have any energy. And they came up with another tired old song. I'm going to sing it to the same tune because what difference does it make? So it goes like this. In my head, it goes like that. Which side are you on? What side are you on? Trump, your kingdom must come down. Trump, your kingdom must come down. What side are you on? Which side are you on? Oh, I heard the voice of the people say, Trump, your kingdom must come down. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Hatred, your kingdom must come down. Racism, your kingdom must come down. Poverty, your kingdom must come down. Greed, your kingdom must come down. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? You gotta let us steal your money, or it's never gonna come down. Thank you. Thank you. There's people here clapping. Anyway, not really. That was a lie. Okay, that was a lie. Look at these people. It's like you really want to bring that. What's the name of that show? There's a guy on OK.RU. Oh, Antiques Roadshow. That's what it's like. They ought to wheel these people in and find out all about them and why they are the way they are. They're the antiques. They're the antiques. Gen Z hates you. They hate them. Because this is not really, there weren't any young people here. Well, the ones that were are pretty vacant. Remember that song by the Sex Pistols? You're so pretty, vacant. This one just says, failure. This jester says, no kings. Look, let me tell you something, lady, if that's what you are, whatever you are. We don't listen to jesters, okay? We don't listen to jesters. You are clowns and jesters. Go back into your circus tent. Nobody listens to you. And by the way, you've been voting for kings for the past how many years? They've been stealing elections. What do you think they need Mexicans for? Illegal Mexicans. because the ones that come here legally have lives. They're intelligent, vibrant. They love this country. So you can't brainwash them. So you've got to ship them in and promise them, that they could deal drugs. They're just trying to bring the whole thing down. You know it, I know it. The only one that doesn't know it is this. That's why they're jester status. And quit trying to steal our mascot. God, these people are just insufferably vacant. Well, I guess I can laugh at it. No kings. Oh, okay. All right. Is that what you came to say? Because he's not doing what a king would do. You're idiots. I have one. No idiots. How about that one? We need to find a logo for an empty, put something in the brain that shouldn't be there. Like, those side drawings, like kind of like this graphic drawing of this crown, but it would be the shape of the brain and there'd be all kinds of crap in there that doesn't belong. Or just something like a coal shovel that somebody, implanted there a long time ago because they got so sick of their bullshit. They got hit in the head with a coal shovel. That explains it. And nobody bothered to take it out. Dems mocked after raging at anti-Trump No Kings protests. Because he's not a king. He's not acting like a king. Of course, he is a king in my eyes. But you know what I mean? He's not acting like a tyrant, which is what they really mean. Because they all took all the money. That's why. No kings. You stole it all. Remember, the Democrats take the cake. That's what that headline said from like 1850 or something when they were going over the Republican, because the Democrats kept pointing at Republican financial crimes, yet they had so much more. They would point to this little minutia stuff that Republicans did when they had this just disgusting list of just vulgar transgressions on our tax money. And the headline read, "The Democrats take the cake." So remember Marie Antoinette said, "Let there be cake." No, the Democrats took the cake too. So now they have the nerve to come up with this crap. Dems mocked after raging at anti-Trump No King. Well, of course they're mocked. They stole all the money. They took the cake. It says MSNBC airs fake crowd. Hilarious humiliation. No King's protest fizzles with tiny crowds and failed chants. Failed chants, you're kidding. You mean their chants don't catch on? Remember Chuck Schumer going up here and say, I forgot even what his chants were. Why? Because he changed it right in the middle when everybody was chanting. It said something like, "We won't bend, we won't bend." And the whole crowd was chanting, "We won't bend." It wasn't that, but I can't come up with, I can't even remember what he said. That's how lame it was. Anyway, "We won't bend, we won't bend." Everybody was chanting it. "We won't bend, we won't bend." And then he started going, "Take Trump down, take Trump down." And everybody was still going, "We won't bend." And then they stopped, and then they were like, there was a lot of confusion. They were all repeating the "We won't bend" got lost. He smothered it with his own new chant. Failed chants. That's what they're good at. Failed chants. Jeez, these people. It's just unbelievable. It's like being caught in a horror film, isn't it? That they even exist. That we're even watching this comedy of, it's like, of sickness, mental illness. All these people that are on airplanes freaking out, or in the airport freaking out, or getting a ticket freaking out, the ones that are ignoring the cops and thinking they have the right to boss the cop around. Unbelievable. So somebody has told them that the cops work for them. They don't have to do anything. Oh my God, these people are like, it's like boards. That's what should be in the no idiots. Just put a board in there where their brain is supposed to be. Now, this guy behind the line, I think he used to work for maybe ESPN, or he was a sports announcer of some kind. And he left that and started his own podcast. I don't know. I hope I'm not butchering this. Anyway, he does do sports, but he also does political, but in that sports voice, you know. And he has a huge embarrassing failure award. I don't know how often he gives it out, but this got to be a contender for it, even though it's not sports. The huge embarrassing failure award. Anyways, waste of time, no king's embarrassment, as most protests had small crowds. Yeah, I don't believe their video. I think they're videotaping like something different. And they're pretending like it's the no kings thing. It's so easy to do. You can't tell anything from a far shot of, you know, and if you crop off everything around, you could say it was anywhere. It could be the Thanksgiving Day parade, and, you know, they could put it up there and say it was the No Kings crowd, and then zoom in on all the people that are there. Trust me when I tell you, because I've done this before. I've made an event seem like it was packed, like there was so many people there that was no room to breathe, when really there was only a, you know, moderate crowd of people around the stage. But I only went to the crowded areas, and I edited together the most crowded looking things. That's what they do. It just makes me mad to have to look at it. But I'm learning to control my temper if they keep doing stupid shit like this. Now this is from Melanie King. She knows a king when she sees one. And she knows a king when she's under the thumb of one. And she knows that she's a Trump supporter. And she's a no-nonsense, common sense. She's really a very beautiful mother and wife and et cetera, so forth. Anyway, she posts, "No kings, chaos backfires. Portland anarchists gassed like rats at ICE facility." Good. And then Fox just has the word embarrassment. So it might actually qualify for the huge embarrassing failure award on Behind the Lines. Of course, you know what another word for gesture is, don't you? Clown. You're definitely a clown, but we don't listen to clowns. You know why? Because clowns are losers, okay? I'm sure there's some nice clowns out there, okay? But they're not here, all right? Because we prefer geniuses to clowns, okay? So run along, little jester, and you're trying to copy us again with your failed. It's just an all-round failure, as you can see by the huge word failure on this guy's Brian Maxwell Real Politics podcast. I like him too. I don't think I follow him, but he comes up all the time. A lot of these people come up all the time, and I watch their videos. Democrats humiliated as no kings flops. Political stunt backfires, and Gen Z rejects. That's just it. There's only like these baby boomers. They're these saggy, old, gray-haired, barely can walk. That's why everybody packed it up and went home at 2 p.m. or whatever. They got to get ready for their medication, and they got to get back to the home before the piano player gets there, because it's piano night. Now this is Mark Levin. I love listening to him. Of course, he's outraged at this Hamas bullshit that these people are really, really ignorant, and how smart they are and what their IQ is. I don't even want to guess at such a low number, because some of them are like vegetables that were probably smarter. I mean, we're talking subhuman levels of intellectual vacancy. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, he's sick and tired of it. Because he knows that he's talking about the puppet masters who were orchestrating this with these hideous people who are just, they are saturated with hate for something they don't even understand, okay? It's the dying gasp of when we see all of the things that they have done, it's going to be a good thing that they'll be probably incarcerated by that time. But these people, a lot of these people need to go to prison, just like what's happening up in Portland. All these Antifa, I guess you could call them nests. They need to, and by the way, I heard that old pussyface crybaby Kimmel is trying to convince everybody that it's just an idea. Yeah, well, Nazis are just an idea then, okay? If they're just an idea, well, then Nazis are just an idea. You know why? Because the Nazis were the ones that came out with Antifa to begin with. They're just copying what Hitler did. What do you think Hitler did when he came out? He called everybody else fascists, and his brown shirts came out, and they called themselves anti-fascists, and they have the exact same flag. So somebody get the guy with the red shoes. He's part of the Red Shoe Club. No wonder he's crying. Hope he cries himself that he can't even sleep. He just cries all night. Cry baby. Anyway, Mark Levin is sick and tired of it. I bet he's really sick and tired of Jimmy Kimmel. Pussyface Kimmel. Crybaby Kimmel. Who can't even go. He's got a comedy show. Got to pull it together, but he can't. Because it's just so devastating that Donald Trump lowering taxes and making peace deals. And we don't want peace in Israel. We don't want it. He's making us have it. We don't want peace in Israel. God, these people. Anyway, dictator. Boy, you just want to throw them all into a country where there's a real dictator and just go like this. With your hands, where you put them together and you go, just like right after you put out the trash. Look at them. Look at all of this. And I just wanted to take this moment in the broadcast to ask Black people everywhere. Black people, did you know that you were disabled by being Black? I didn't know that. I didn't notice it. But apparently this Black lady who looks disabled. No, this is the face of, isn't this the one that went on Broadway and stuff? Come on, man. Come on, man, as a famous Otto Penn used to say. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Black people are disabled. You know it's bad when they have to do mental gymnastics against their own race in order to try to twist the meaning of it into something other than what it is. You know what I'm saying? No, how about you cheated? How about the simple explanation? Now, this guy's an attorney, and he says no king's protest funded by communists. So this is going to come out. And no kings. So I guess this is all of the stuff that funded the no kings. So this is all going to come out. And they got the dumbest people. These people were pathetic. Most of you had to be over 60, I think, to get in there. And these people were broke like no others. They were just broke. By broke, I mean broken. Your kingdom must come down. Your kingdom must come down. I heard the voice of the people say, Trump, your kingdom must come down. So, which side are you on? Which side are you on? Swing low, sweet chariot. What side are you on? hatred your kingdom must come. You're the hating ones. Yes, I agree. You need to pack it up and go home. And whoever wrote this needs to be taken out into a field and shot with rubber bullets. Just poison-tipped rubber bullets. Oh, that's a joke. Come on. Crazy old people. This is Vince Deo again. He just could not stop writing funny, bad things about this. Crazy old people. That's another name for the no kings, crazy old people. No kings fail. Trump protest backfires as no kings rallies fail to draw support from young voters. That's true. There weren't very many young people there, and they were pretty vacant. This one says, crazy old people only. Look at him. He's got them all circled. There's some black, or no, I don't see it. Yeah, it seemed to be mostly crazy old white women. Okay, and I use the word women loosely because a lot of these Democrat women, quote unquote, don't look like women to me. They don't act like women. They don't look like women. And yeah, it's questionable. We need to do gender checks on all of them. Anti-Trump No Kings protests fail miserably as no young voters or moderates showed up. And, of course, LV Nation they're Trump supporters. Look at this. They love immigrants. It's not immigrants, you dumb, stupid bimbo. It's illegal immigrants. Look, if you want to take all your tax money, and you'll be taxed 1,000,000 times more than we will, and pay for this, then you need to go on an island somewhere. You can pay for them out of your tax money, but you're not taking mine. What is the matter with these people? Well, never mind. VAX. I ought to write my own song. So the most hateful party that ever existed is doing what? Projecting their hate onto us. We're not the ones rioting over an election that you lost. Clearly, you have to import illegal aliens, have to sneak in here to vote for your party. But then again, you don't know why you're here, do you? You're all just vacant. It's very scary. It's very frightening. And I've often said, and I use this as an example, except it was a disaster. Except for the fact that it was a disaster. There's nothing more dangerous than a bunch of dopes. Nothing. A bunch of idiots. A bunch of people who haven't had an original thought in their mind for decades. Who just keep repeating the same chants that are poured into their head day in and day out. I want to end on this photograph that I've been meaning to... I think they're having sex. I don't know. I think this is two lizards having sex. I took several pictures because I couldn't tell what it was. What's going on? It's really something. See, these are the things I get to see, people. I know you're jealous. Don't be jealous. Don't hate. I think clearly we can see his little lizard legs are like intertwined with this other lizard's legs. One of them's bigger than the other. But what gender are they? That's what I want to know. So I'll leave you to think about that. Any guesses you got or knowledge that you can share, it'd be appreciated. This took place in a flower pot that I have rocks in, stones and stuff, and I took it through the screen. But I just saw that going on over in the corner of my eye. I went, what is that? I'll leave you with that to think about. And yeah, until next time, I'm signing off.